Hello guys, Kedu my people, welcome to Journey with E. My name is Esther, and in today's video we will be going over some things to watch out for before attending and when attending your US visa interview. Now this video is highly requested and a lot of people have questions to me about this, so I'm just deciding to do a little video to address some of the questions that I get that I feel can actually help people out. So let's get into it. Welcome back, guys. So as I said before, in this video we will be going over some tips in order to make your US visa interview a less strenuous one. Before I go into anything though, I want to give a very big shout out to my dad, because how many years ago was it now? It's been like 7 years ago when I was preparing for my interview. He was like my teacher and everything all through the process, and he would just randomly ask me questions like, hey, why do you want to go to the United States of America to study, and stuff like that. And he had like a list of questions for me, and he would just randomly throw them out to me all the time. And that honestly really helped me. So if you find yourself in the same situation, make sure or try to have someone ask you these questions from time to time. This is not to make you feel bad. It's just for you to get comfortable with the question and the answer you're preparing to give to the person who will be conducting your interview. Now, there are some things that I personally made sure was on check before I went to my interview and during my interview. The first is having all my documents ready. Guys, you do not want to ever be in a situation where you're there and it's totally and finally your time to shine, and boom, you don't have your bank statement or something, right? You don't want to be in this situation. Chances are most of the time they will not ask about it, right? However, you cannot go there feeling like, oh, they won't ask about it, so I won't bring it. What I did in my time is that I had like a file and I put all my documents inside of it. When I'm talking about all your documents, I mean your receipts, all your letters from the school, acceptance letters, anything at all that is relating to the interview that you were going for. You want to make sure that you have it. Trust me, this will make your life so much better. In my case, they did not ask for it. However, if they did, I had it. And I feel like that actually helped me with my morale boost and my confidence just a little bit. Do you understand? But yes, guys, always have your supporting documents. I cannot emphasize this enough. Always, always, and always. The second tip is do not over accessorize or dress fancy. Now, I understand that for so many of us, dressing says a lot about our personality. However, this is an interview. You do not want to go wearing maybe an outfit with any type of slogan that may be degrade. Oh my goodness. That was so hard to say. Degradatory. Boom. Ha. You do not want to wear any outfit that may sound degradatory or just rude. You don't want to do that. And you don't want to do over fancy too, because now I feel like for my situation, this was already like taken out of the equation, because the day I went to Abuja in Nigeria for my visa interview, I lost my box that had all my stuff. Luckily, my dad had bought this file that I was talking about earlier on that I put all my documents, including my passport. And I had that file in my box. But because I was traveling solo and it was just a stressful time, I had forgotten my box at the trunk of the taxi. And the taxi went away with my box. So I didn't have anything else on me except what I was wearing and my file. So even the outfit that I thought I was going to be wearing to the interview place was already like out of the equation, because I had to wear the same outfit there. Luckily, it was a very nice and just calm looking outfit, nothing too extra and nothing crazy at all. So you want to make sure that don't wear too much chains. This is not Fashion Week Paris, okay? This is interview. So you save the nice outfits for when you actually get into the US, because you're gonna be needing it a lot. But yes, do not do too much. Basically, just go simple. Make sure you're comfortable in whatever you're wearing. Make sure you're not wearing like too tight. If it's too tight and you're not comfortable, they will tell, and it will honestly affect your whole appearance. I hope I actually explained that very well, because I actually saw someone that was so uncomfortable in whatever they were wearing. They were already sweating even before the interview even started. You do not want that to be you. So whatever you do, please be comfortable in your outfit and make sure it is just calm and nothing crazy. So the third point is be early. I understand that for some it can be very inconveniencing or, a little tiring to arrive 2 hours or 3 hours early to your interview. But understand that this is an interview that you've been planning on and you've been working hard on for weeks or months even. So you want to make sure that on this day you're ready for anything that can happen. There's so many things that we may not be able to control, like transportation, anywhere else. I had my interview in Abuja. So I think I was actually there like 2 or 3 hours early, honestly. And I also know some people that get there like 4 or 5 hours early. I personally would not recommend this, because even before your interview time, you're already tired, and it's showing on your face, because the once you're tired and the sun is just hitting on you, it will tell on your face. So make sure that you're not trying to sort out your documentation on that morning. This brings me to the fourth point, which says control your nerves. Now, this is something that not everyone can do for you. This is a you job. You need to find out how to make yourself comfortable. Some people maybe say words of affirmation. Some people listen to calm music right before the interview. Whatever does it for you, please make sure that your nerves and not as high as it actually is. And I say this because, of course, you would be feeling so nervous. I was so nervous on my interview too. As a matter of fact, I was even nervous after they told me, yes, you're granted, right? So, but just make sure that it doesn't show on your face. And for me, one of the things I did was that I was smiling. Note that the very first time you step your feet into the interview hall, you are being watched. There's a lot of cameras. The way you move from point A to point B is being watched. So all these cameras are there. Do not look like uneasy. Don't look around and don't look scared or whatever. You're just there for an interview. Yes, some people may take it lightly, but I understand that it's a very interview for so many people. But smile. What I did was that I approached every single line and said, at some point, the smile might seem a little fake, but I tried so much to get comfortable with that smile, and I just stood right there. So make sure you smile no matter what, and don't force it. Don't be like, no, that just will make you look crazy. You don't want to do that. So smile and be calm. Ease your nerves, because they are watching you, your body language, your everything. They want to know how you're feeling. And of course, they know you're going to be nervous. They will be nervous too. It's understandable. But don't let your nervousness get the best out of you. Now, this next few points is going to be for during your interview. During your interview, you want to make sure that you keep your answers concise. Like, you want to make sure you don't elongate your answers. If they say, Esther, why are you trying to go study in the United States? You tell them, I want to study in the United States because this, and this. Don't say, I want to go there and study because I watched the videos and then they're nice, and then because the last time that I applied to the university here, they did not give it to me, and now my uncle said that if I did this. No. Because at that point, you're giving them so many information to use against you. So at this point, now they're going to ask you like, oh, okay, so why didn't your uncle think you should go? See? Now, if you hadn't given them so much information, they wouldn't be able to use that against you. Make sure your answer is clear and concise. The last thing I will be talking about today is to talk about your ties to your country. In every interview, especially the F1 visa interview, the interviewer wants to know, will you come back home? Now, I know this can be a little bit funny because so many people are not trying to come back home once they leave, but this is what you have to do. Let them know the ties to your country that you have. And by this, I mean, okay, what is that thing that will motivate you to come back home? For me, when I was traveling, I was like, I was I had a lot of siblings, right? And my parents are back there, and I proved the point to say, hey, I want to go study this so I can come back home to Nigeria and do this, this, and this, right? Make sure it is something that when you tell someone else, they would believe. In fact, as a matter of fact, you have to believe it yourself, because I felt like I got to a point where I started believing every single thing that I said. I'm not gonna lie, right? It felt a little bit awkward to me because the very first time my father asked me, like, why do you want to study and will you come back home? Like, they would literally ask you, will you come back home? Right? So you have to be able to look these people dead eye in the face and say, yes, I will come back home, and tell them exactly why. Now, remember, they are not illiterate. They are very educated people. So make sure that whatever answer you say actually has supporting documents to back it up. And I feel like this is the hardest part of the interview, because you really have to sit down and think it through. Now, guys, I understand that so many times you say this and you're like, oh, why would I tell them that even if I'm not planning to come back home, if I'm not planning to come back to Nigeria or whatever, right? Sure, that is totally up to you to figure out how bad do you want this? How bad do you want your interview to go well? But hey guys, this brings me to the end of this video. I really hope you learned something in this video, and go ahead in the comment section, let me know how this video has helped you. Let me know what you think, or if you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, if you're still with us at this point of the video, thank you so much. Join the family. And if you're already a part of the family, I love you guys so much. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.